Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are preparing for a front-end or a web development interview, today we are diving into HTML interview questions, both theoretical and practical coding, perfect for beginners. So first, let's start with some common theory questions you likely face. What is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's used to structure the content on the web, like text, images, links, videos, and more. Now let me show you the demo. Let's open one of our websites, like Make My Trip. So whenever you open that website, you'll see that everything, that web page is all built up in HTML language. Let me open the inspect tag. Right click your mouse button and then there's the inspect button. Just click on that, and inside that you'll see a window where there will be a element tabs. Once you'll open that element tabs, everything you'll see, the HTML tags will be there. You can see the HTML tag. Inside that HTML tag there will be two tags, head tags and the body tag. So head tag is everything that we are not able to see in our screen is all inside our head tag. For example, the title. You can see the Make My Trip title, and if you want to change it, you can easily change it. Let me show you that. There's a title tag inside it. Here, let me change the text to hello. You can see the hello text. One thing more, everything you are able to see in the screen is all inside your body tag. Let me change the text for you. Suppose you want to change the text, get up to 25% off on your flight tickets, and you can change it easily. There's other tags are there. Suppose let me change it to free. You can easily see that on your screen you can change the text to free. So every website that you can see is all made up in HTML language. Let's get back to our other questions. What are HTML tags? Tags are the keywords surrounded by angle brackets. For example, paragraph tag, image tag, and there are various other tags. Basically, they define elements in a document. So let's get back to other question. That is, what is the difference between HTML and HTML5? So HTML was prior to HTML5, and it comes with certain older version like HTML 4.01, XHTML 1.0, and etc. Whereas HTML5 is the latest version of HTML. It was introduced in 2014 and is still evolving. The HTML require external plugins like Flash for the audio and the video, whereas HTML5 have a native support for the audio tags, video tags, canvas, section, and various other tags. The HTML has less semantic structure and it does not support anything for drawing, animation, or real-time communication, whereas HTML5 it supports drawing, animation, and real-time communication with the inbuilt tags. Are semantic elements. Semantic elements clearly describe their meaning in a human and a machine readable way. They help to structure the content logically, making it easier for the developer, browsers, and the assistive technologies like screen readers to understand the layout and the purpose of the content. For example, header, footer, article, and nav. For example, if we want to add a certain logo inside our main screen like header section, we don't need to make a div tag for that. Easily we can create a header tag. What is the difference between a div tag and a span tag? Div tag is a block level element. It is used to group the larger section of content, whereas span is an inline level element. It is used to style or group small chunks of text within a block. Div tag starts on a new line and takes up the full width of the container, whereas the span tag does not start on a new line. Div tag is commonly used for the layout and the structure, whereas the span tag is commonly used for styling or scripting. Alright, now let's jump into the coding round. How to create a simple HTML. As I've already shown you an example of that makemytrip.com, where we have certain tags, HTML tag, and inside that we have two tags, that head tag and a body tag. Inside that, we created a title tag where we can change the title of a web page, and inside our body tag, we have certain other tags such as h1 used to describe the heading of our web page, and a paragraph tag which describes the content of our page. Let me provide you a demo. So let's open the editor. Let's write the title. Inside the title tag, we will write learn basics of HTML, and similarly we can change the body tags elements also. We have added a h1 and a p tag. We can write your heading and a paragraph to it and a content to it. Let's get back to our other question. How do you add an image with an alt text? An image tag inside our body tag. Let's open the editor, and now we will add an image tag inside our body tag. Image tag has a source attribute, alt attribute, width attribute, and there are various other attributes. So first of all, we'll write a source attribute that will describe the location for that image tag, like where we are storing that image. And after that, there is a alt tab storing. For example, we are storing a learn basics logo, so we'll write the logo or a learn basics logo. And then there is attribute name width, which describes the width of an image. And there are other attributes such as height that describe the height of the image. Now I'll show you that inside our demo, we have written alt tab. Suppose why we use alt attribute inside our image tag. Suppose the path of our image is incorrect. A to my source inside our browser will not be able to see the image of we can see the text, that is learn basics logo. I hope that is understood. Let's get back to our other question. How do you create a hyperlink? Okay, so as you can see the example, I have written an anchor tag. Every hyperlink is written inside your anchor tag, which has an attribute href that supports the destination or a location of the link. And once you'll close that anchor tag, you can add a text to see that text there. Visit learn basics. And once you'll click on that text, our page will be redirected to our provided link, that is YouTube. So here's also, you can see inside the demo. Let me click on that link. We are already redirecting to our YouTube page. You create a hyperlink. Let's get back to our other question. How to create a form with input fields. We always start our form with a form tag, and inside form we have various other input tags. And let me add certain label tags also that with attribute for, which describe what is the meaning of that label. For example, I'm storing a first name here, and we'll write fn name, and we'll enter the title first name, which we are able to see inside our screen. And then we'll have an input tag. Every input tag has an attribute such as type, basically that store what type of text you are storing. Suppose we want to store the number, and for that we need to write the attribute type value as number. In our case, we'll change it to text. Every form has a submit button, and for that we need to change the attribute of type to submit, and value has to be submit, or we can change it to anything like save, click, or anything, but in our case we'll change it to submit. And there are other attributes for input which stores type as email. Let's create an input with type email. Here the user will store the email. I'll show you the demo. Now let me enter my name and let me enter my email. It will be there. Error will come like please include an @ in the email address. Test is missing an @. Now our form will get submit. I hope that is clear. Let's get back to our other question. Create an ordered and unordered list. So HTML list allows web developer to group a set of related items in the list. There are two types of list, unordered list and the ordered list. An unordered list starts with an UL tag. Each list item starts with the LI tag. An ordered list starts with the OL tag, and each list item that are inside it starts with LI tags. OL, that ordered list, sequence is required in an ordered list, whereas in unordered list, sequence does not matter. Let me show you the demo. Let's create an order list. Inside that, we'll create an LI items and we'll store the HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And let's create an unordered list where we will create the Monday, Tuesday. Let me show you how it will look in our web browser. Here you can see the numbering are coming, and for the ordered list, and we are just having the dots inside our unordered list. I hope that's clear. And here is a pro tip: always write clean, semantic HTML. It improves the SEO and accessibility. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and drop a comment below.